something that helps develop self-esteem, confidence, and leadership. This can also help lead to a higher education and less amounts of stress. But for women, they have to deal with gender inequality in sports, and this has been a rising topic ever since women have been introduced to them. In a video, TED Talks, Sarah Du, a young woman who has been living this problem throughout all her childhood in China, speaks about it and how this should be changed. As she continues to share her ideas on how genders are not treated equally in sports, she shows a picture of a group of boys at a basketball camp. If you look very closely, there is one girl in the picture. She explained how, in this part of the world, girls are not a part of the sports community. She also states that girls are deprived of the benefits of athletics. Being in a disadvantage, girls don't have the opportunity to grow and develop their leadership and teamwork skills as they would in other countries. Gender inequality is still an ongoing situation in China because girls are seen as a minority and are perceived as yet just another individual and not as an athlete that can compete. Sarah concludes that her research it was found that girls who played a sport during their high school years were more likely to graduate with a higher self-esteem. Women in higher employment positions also proved to be more successful in their work because of them playing in some kind of organized sport when they were younger, thus learning the tools they needed to make it in this world. Here in USA and Canada, even though we still have work to do in the evolution of gender equality, we can at least count ourselves lucky that girls do play different sports and are a part of a wide variety of competition. For example, we have seen an improvement in girls' participation in professional sports activities such as the Olympics, the IHF, International Ice Hockey Federation, FIFA Soccer, and many more. Although we see girls participate in sports, the focus and interest is still more on the boys' sports. At the professional level, it is more common to see a male general manager or owner of a team. If we would bring in a female leaders, this would help generate new ideas, new themes, and develop a more open-minded impact on the sports agency. It would change the way people have been seeing the sports industry from a male-cultured point of view. Another example of gender inequality can be seen in high schools. When we look at high school sports, boys have been known to be the priority in receiving new equipment, new uniforms, always the first to get transportation to and from a game or a tournament. When it comes to making a team, boys always have a fair amount of coaches ready and willing to teach them and develop their skills. Whereas the girls' team have to work together in order to find a decent coach that is ready to make time for them and for their team. In my high school, we have seen gender inequality in sports. Many negative comments have been made where we've heard how girls' teams are not competitive enough, there's way too much drama for a person to coach a girls' team. Girls are always complaining or crying, demonstrates attitude toward the authorities, and the list could go on. On the mental state of mind, this is hard for the girls to take because they feel as if they aren't wanted and they don't even have the opportunity to prove what they can do. Girls can be very sensitive in a way that brings so many negative comments from the school, teachers, and coaches that it can make them not want to play the sport that they love anymore. The girls' sports aren't being supported and aren't giving the same amount of opportunities. In today's society, we can see that there is more diversification in sports teams. The main reason people do sports is because it is a good and inexpensive way to keep in shape and to stay healthy. Being active is the key to living a healthy life. Even though the importance of physical activity for a healthy life is acknowledged all over the world, there are still deficiencies with girls and women even prevented in some countries from exercising, thus facing considerable health risks, especially obesity. This inequality is still an issue that can be resolved because girls deserve the right as much as boys to participate and play in any sport they wish. Working together, encouraging our female population to keep pushing towards their goals will get us one step closer to resolving gender equality in all aspects of the world.